Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Let us return to the Mortal Kombat Conquest analysis, so we do not leave this topic for quite long. I'd like to talk today about the first episode, as we are returning there too. We're not done with it, because it's the longest of all the 22. And so we should say that the episode derivates from the game lore by focusing on the great Kung Lao, not as a legendary martyr, but as a man who has already won the tournament and simply wants a quiet life. However, it turns out to be impossible because upon victory he receives an immense responsibility of defending the Earth Realm repeatedly on the subsequent tournament. This is a classic post-heroism trope. So the champion believes his work is done, only to realize that his mercy sparing Shen Sun has created a vacuum of power and a personal vendetta that threatens his home, his nearest and dearest, and all the rest. There is also a character dynamics and that can be traced, and the family trio he finds, meaning Kung Lao, Zero, and Taja. So Kung Lao is a stoic monk, the emotional center, who is driven by guilt and a sense of duty, because he, by not killing Shen Sung, he actually, not directly but implicitly, he caused the death of Jen, because since Kung Lao didn't kill him and Shen Sung stayed alive, he had enough time and enough energy, enough resources to revive Scorpion, and to send him after Kung Lao, which resulted in Jane's death. Zero, so he is like a strong man who loves to drink sometimes, which is a bit of emphasized or overemphasized, like over-exaggerated in hyperbola, let's say, in a hyperbolic way, in the episode Quan Chi, where it is shown like where Quan Chi tried to play on the weaknesses of all three friends, but that will be later on. So Zero is a former bodyguard. He presents the street level grit of the team, and he's well aware of any connections in the town. Like he knows of a lot of clans who were terrorizing the city, like Lin Kuei. He was the one to fill Kung Lao up on this clan, its whereabouts. And of course Taja, the rogue, the thief. It was actually very interesting to see a woman as a thief, because wow, I think you will agree with me that surprises pretty much anyone. Like don't take me please as a sexist. No, this has nothing to do with it. But yeah, it's quite unusual. Yeah, because ladies are so tender, like gentle. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. No offense. And so she smarts balance out Kung Lao's idealism, actually. So the trio was clearly designed to cover all bases for a serialized adventure: martial arts powers and prowess, criminal utility, and moral guidance. So by uniting this trio, they, in that way or the other, they help each other out. Like when Taja was in trouble and when she was caught by Shen Song, it was namely Kung Lao and Zero, came to Outward to save her and to guard her from any of the invaders. And so even Kung Lao, even Kung Lao managed to do this with the help of his friends. The other point is in the series of Quan Chi, as you remember. So since Quan Chi did not succeed in obtaining the soul of Kung Lao, he tried in the subsequent episode, he tried to lure Kung Lao into the dreadful world, which he tried to mask as an utopia of Kung Lao, where Jane was alive, where everything was good, where Baron did not loathe Kung Lao for what he was, and this was pretty fatal. It could be pretty fatal for Kung Lao had there not been for Zero and Taja. He would have stayed, I guess, because he would not have been aware of it being a trap. So another point, the pilot does a good job in forcing these disparate characters together through a shared adversity, the Baron's execution plot, and creates a trapped together dynamic that justifies their eventual partnership. Yes, so if Taja hadn't survived, for instance, in one of the episodes, she wouldn't have been able to help Kung Lao and save him. If Zero hadn't survived in the episode where he was facing the mortal peril, then he would not have been able to come up to Kung Lao in when Kung Lao was in mortal peril of staying in a parallel realm, in dreadful parallel realm. So a key theme of is in the pilot is the conflict between the rules and humanity. So as we already said, it humanizes the protagonist, Kung Lao, because yes, he understands the responsibility, but he's just a mortal man who wants a mere humane happiness, which is desired, I guess, by each of us, that or the other way. We see that Kung Lao isn't just a fighter. He is a man dealing with a heartbreak due social rejection, like caused by Kung Lao refusing to grant his request for Jan's heart and hand, and the burden of being the chosen one in a world that doesn't fully understand the stakes he faces. There are also technical and visual choices which were very well made. I still remember this soundtrack, which I also, if you come to my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have a cover thereof. Like I tried to make a bass party or bass party thereof of this intro soundtrack, and also with the time maybe I'll make a drum beat. So because I really loved it, in our country it was streamed, just postscriptum. In our country it was streamed very rarely, like once every fortnight. Let's say, because since the series were very short, so they had to stretch it throughout the year as much as they could. And so they managed, and each second Saturday was a true holiday of the month, and the fourth one was a true holiday for me. Well, yes. So the Mercy Paradox was the one that brought Kung Lao the entire adventure, because yes, as you already noticed, I mentioned that I once commented, being foolish and naive, and yes, I admitted that Kung Lao should have not shown the mercy to Shen Song. And someone would say, "Are you foolish?" Then the entire series would not begin. And I would think, no, it would still begin. Just the vendetta of Shao Kahn just could have happened much sooner, because no one was trying actually to stop him until it seemed really fatal. Okay, thank you very much for listening, for being with me here. Please write your comments. It's been very interesting to know your opinions on the topic. Goodbye, dear ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.